I would say picky is one more thing, and that is picky is a privilege. And that's how I view partnering with people. We have the privilege of partnering with great people, and hopefully they feel the same with us when we do find that right fit.
Welcome to CBS Spotlight. If you are here by mistake, you are in the right place now. I am Eric Alvarado, here with my special guest host, Mr. Jack Elder, who is the head of advanced sales here at CBS Brokerage. And we are your friendly guides through this world of insurance and wealth management. And today we have a very special guest joining us today. He is the president and co-founder of Modern Wealth Management, the one and only Mr. Jason Gordo. Jason, thank you for visiting with us today. So when did Modern officially open its doors?
Well, first of all, Jack, Eric, thanks for having us. Thanks for inviting the firm to the podcast. I have the pleasure of working with you today, and we're excited to be here. So when did we get started? Mike Capelli, Gary Roth, and I, we started this company in April of 2023. So we're approaching 19 months of full operation, and we couldn't be more excited or thrilled about where we started when we launched and where we sit today as a firm. And a lot of people ask the question, wow, it feels like Modern's been around a lot longer than that. It feels like this team has been around a lot longer than that. And it's true. We all came together. Mike and Gary have been together for almost 20 years now. Another executive that's joined Modern earlier this year in 2024 is Jason Cole. He kind of joined with them almost 16 years ago now, and something like that. And then I joined the team a little bit more than a decade ago. And so the four of us have kind of a common history and way of working, and we've had a lot of fun together. And we all came together under a prior firm, Unity Capital. They were executive founders of the firm, Mike and Gary. Jason Cole came along later to kind of run field management and drive organic growth. And I actually, with a business partner, transacted on a couple of businesses with United Capital, and that's how I landed there in 2014. But the four of us, we've been together ever since. We've been working really hard and doing great things, and hopefully accomplishing some goals along the way. But we're super excited about Modern, our launch, our capital partner, the footprint that we've been able to build in such a short amount of time, and the team that we've been able to assemble. So that's probably more than what you wanted, but that's how we all came together and when we launched.
Thanks for that intro there. Would you say, was there a defining moment, maybe with one of you or all of you together, that shaped the direction that you wanted to take the firm in, that influences your philosophy?
That's a great question. So I started my career in a big Wall Street firm and left that firm in March of 08. So for history people, if you want to know when the market's going to do fun things, go look at that date. And I started my own independent advisory with a former partner. And I think a lot of the things that we were doing in our firm and the way we were working with people kind of shaped a little bit of what unfolds at Modern. But I also think our shared experience in our former firm, our past firm, that when we sat down and we were really starting to think about the business plan and developing our launch strategy at Modern, it was quite simple. We took kind of the Ben Franklin approach. We drew a line down the middle of the paper and we said good and bad on both sides, on each side of the line. And what were the things that added to shareholder value, the client life, the advisor life, the employees around those advisors, like what added to all those lives? And then what were the things that maybe detracted from those lives, or what are the things that we did that we would want to avoid in this business? And it was a really simple, very quick exercise. And we just said, hey, let's do all the good stuff. Let's avoid as much of the stuff on the bad list as we can. And then let's go look at some other firms in the industry that are fast growing, that have maybe figured out a better way to build a business. And let's let's steal the best ideas or emulate the best ideas, and let's take our history, our shared history, and our individual histories, and amplify what worked really well in our past. And that's what we focused on, and that's really what has influenced a lot of the firm and the way that we're building it, the type of partner that we're bringing on, the the way we operate, how we're choosing to serve clients, how we're choosing to partner with advisors, how we're communicating across the industry. I would say that it's just this collection of 20 plus year careers in this industry coming together and blending really well, that has really shaped or influenced our philosophy and the way we operate.
It comes through as someone who works with firms, and your firms like you are my customer and have been since 2008, by the way. Same time period there. I didn't do that on purpose. I would have gone the other way if I had known what I was doing. But you have a mature, for a firm that's as young as you are, you have a mature feel. And I think that comes through with, based on exactly how you talked about it, that you had a foundation of your relationships, your experience, what you wanted to carry forward, what you wanted to leave behind, and then take some best practices from others. And it does come through because you guys feel much more. You feel like you've been around forever, actually, and not in a good way.
I hope so. I mean, we're having a hell of a lot of fun. I'll tell you that. And just we were together this week. Our whole management team was at an offsite in Phoenix, Arizona, and just getting in that room and the energy and the excitement and how everybody on the management team is leaning in to building this business. That's what gets us excited, right? And it's their careers and the contribution of those careers to the business and how we're shaping this thing going forward. Hopefully we do come off as really young in our business buildup, but very mature in the way we're operating and building.
Yeah, for sure. On that note, what would you say? And I got two questions. And Eric, don't let me steal all the thunder. Jump in if you, what would you say is, because you guys are getting to scale quick. What's the biggest obstacle to getting to the scale? Your target scale. What has been the most challenging?
Well, we should talk about what scale means for us, and we should talk about kind of like business objective, right? There are a lot of acquirers in the marketplace, and I don't see us as acquirers. That's how you build footprint, but we're not going to be permanently acquiring firms, right? We're not permanent acquirers. I think we're acquiring talent today. We're acquiring footprint. We're acquiring operational know-how. And when you're building a business like this, we don't need 100 or 200 or 300 office locations. We probably need 35 to 40 high quality office locations with really good operators, really good partners. And then we should almost be exclusively head down focused on driving organic growth opportunities to that footprint, right? It costs a lot less money to build doing it organically than it does through all the expense and brain damage you go through when you're acquiring a business. And so I think, scale for us is I think in 2025, we're going to end this year, I think it's 13 office locations. We already have a pretty good running start going into 2025. I think we'll get to 20 locations this time next year, towards the end of 2025. And yeah, I mean, that's a lot, right? I think we'll have closed 8 acquisitions this year in 2024. Again, we'll probably do another 7 or 8 this year. And I think, yeah, you get that. And with that, you get scale and you get operational know-how. You get all these talented people. We have 140-ish employees today, right? That's a lot of people. We manage about $6.5 billion of AUM. We believe that we can get to about a $10 billion mark by the end of 2025, and it's probably 175 employees or something like that. So that's like scale. That's a great business. That's a big firm, and we'll only be 2.5 years old at the end of 2025.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, our first full 12 months of operation. We've only been at this 19 months in total. So this is our first full calendar that we'll have completed. So if we can get there by the end of 2025, I think that's scale, right? And now we have the heft and the volume where we can be heads down, focused on driving organic opportunity to our offices. We're already doing that. We've already stood up a team and they're already firing on all cylinders. That's why Jason Del Cole is here, for example, is to drive opportunity to the advisory practice and to the field. So when I think about our biggest challenge to scaling, it's finding there's going to be 300-ish transactions this year in our space, right? About 300 firms will transact. We'll do 8 of those. Well, that means there's 292 or so that we probably looked at 20 of them, but that means there's 275, let's call it, that we didn't even look at. So it's making sure that we can cut through the industry, tell our story and our value proposition to the right opportunities. We probably said no to 50 firms this year. I mean, literally, probably said no to 50 firms because of some reason they didn't fit, right? Whether it was cultural fit or their fees were out of market, or what they believe how the client should be served was not what we believe. So one of the biggest challenges is you have to find great cultural fit. Do you just believe the same things? Do you want to have dinner together, right? Do you want to do more than just work together? Do you want to be friends? We get really close to these people. And so that cultural fit needs to be number one. Number two, we need to make sure that we have business model fit. We believe in planning. We believe in tax planning and projection. We believe in a proper estate plan. We believe in risk management and that's an appropriate deliverable to the client set that we serve, which is that $1 to $10 million relationship traditionally. So that cultural fit, business model fit are so important. And I would say the biggest challenge we've had is how do you find that, right? And how do you evaluate it? And so we spend a lot of intentional time working with potential partners, getting to know them, having a lot of meals with them, spending a lot of time in their office, getting to know their teams and what their life is like and how they want their business to unfold going forward. So big question on scaling, what the biggest challenge has been. That's it.
It's almost like not a challenge per se. It's more of a philosophy, because I remember my granddad when I met my wife, he was telling me, giving me granddad type advice. And one of his pieces of advice is how picky you should be if you plan on settling down.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard you talk about is like, we need to be picky. So is picky an obstacle? No, it's a guiding philosophy. And I really thought that was I heard what you said there and I thought it was great. You mentioned organic growth numerous times.
I would say
that's
one
how
more thing. Sorry, Jack.
Yeah.
I would say picky is one more thing, and that is, picky is a privilege, and that's how I view partnering with people. We have the privilege of partnering with great people, and hopefully they feel the same with us when we do find that right fit, right? And I like what you said about your granddad and kind of his philosophy.
Yeah, he was the best. Okay. Yeah, he was the best. So, Jason, you talked a lot about organic growth. We as a firm view ourselves as and how we fit into your overall ecosystem as a part of your organic growth strategy as distributors of insurance products. So my question is, how does life, LTC, annuities, DI, how do those products fit in and enhance a holistic, comprehensive financial plan?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And, there are a lot of financial planners that believe, if insurance is involved, you're not a pure financial planner or advisor. And I completely disagree. I think that it's our duty, our job as financial advisors and planners to educate clients and prospects around risk that exists in their life, whether they realize it or not. Right. And it's not to sell some policy at all. That's not the approach we take. We start with financial planning, right? What do you want from life? What do you want your money to do for you? What are you hoping to pass on to your community, your favorite nonprofits, your loved ones, whoever's going to end up with it at the end, right? What happens if one of you gets sick? And it's understanding what they want that life to look and be like first. That's financial planning. Stress testing the plan with different scenarios in that stress test, and just exposing clients to the idea of risk that's in their life already that they are maybe aware of or unaware of. And then showing them the impact of the loss of someone early in life that's the breadwinner bringing assets and income home. Maybe it's if one of you gets sick, and you have an extended stay in a facility. What if it's I get hurt and I can't work? That duck isn't going to solve all the problems. So how do we show through financial planning stress testing the value and benefit of either putting a policy in place to protect that thing or not, right? Can you self-fund, or do you need some assistance in covering that risk? And so it's not a selling policies, it's exposing the prospect and the client to things that they're maybe just not thinking about or unaware of, and then letting them ask for fulfillment, right? Oftentimes, it's not us presenting a proposal, it's presenting the problem and then them saying, well, how do I solve this? How do I resolve this in my life? And so it's really pulling that product from us, not us pushing the product on them. And I think that's the right way to do this. I'll tell you, we've been quite pleased and productive with the work that the team has done over the last 6-8 months. I think you all have been engaged in our advisors' lives and really helping coach that, what I just described, and using financial planning and advisor communication and that stress testing that I think is so important, to just show them this is how we can handle this. This is how we can help you.
That's fantastic. If we could clone that response and with all of our advisors, we'd be very happy. Thank you for that. I got a bit of a fun question for you. If Modern Wealth had a mascot, what would it be and why?
This is such an awesome question. It's one that I actually threw out to my partners and via text. We have the world's longest text string going, the four of us. And I said, if we had a mascot, what would the mascot be and why? And two of them were together at the airport, and Mike read Gary the question. And then before they answered, I gave this answer. And then Gary said, it's awesome that was your answer, because that's literally what I said to Mike as your response was coming through. And I said a honey badger. And I'm going to tell you why the honey badger. First of all,
I'm afraid I know why. Yeah, exactly. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Honey badger. I'm a honey badger, and I just don't care. And I really got to thinking about it, and I said, well, why the honey badger? And it's because they're fearless, right? And I want to think that we're fearless in building this business, that we have the operational know-how, we have an exceptional capital partner behind us. I have great partners around me, and we're fearless in the way we're building this business, just like a honey badger. The second thing is they are relentless. I don't know if you've ever watched a video of a honey badger, but they're relentless. They don't care. I watched one get attacked by 4 lions on YouTube, and the honey badger ran these 4 lions off because he was relentless in his pursuit of protecting himself, right? And what I mean by relentless is the way our advisors serve clients, how they are attacking client concern, how we're attacking financial planning. We do tax minimization and tax planning strategies, tax compliance work, estate planning, risk with you all, right? Relentless in the pursuit of exceptional client service. So I think the honey badger.
I think a honey badger could be cuddly.
Mascot for our business. My wife doesn't think so. She said you should pick something soft.
Yeah, I think it's great. I love the honey badger. Who doesn't love the honey badger? And what a great they have families, right? But I tell you, if that's the way you feel about yourself, and that's the culture you're going to drive from a top down perspective, it'd be it's a great thing for clients to flock to, because the honey badger ain't scared.
He ain't scared. He's fearless and he's relentless, and that's how we are. So I love it. Yeah,
that was awesome. I couldn't have expected a better answer. That was fantastic. So I guess what's next for Modern Wealth here in the next coming years, and what do you guys see as part of your future, and what are you guys looking for?
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're just getting started. As I mentioned, this is our first full calendar year of actual work. We've been at it 19 months or so, but here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about we have fantastic partners that are joining in 2025. We want to focus, just head down focus on building our national footprint, developing advisor talent all around the firm. We have some really young advisors coming. We have this whole career pathing that we've built out, and we've hired some younger career people to start in that career progression and career pathing work. We can't wait to just see what happens there. They're front lines of driving organic growth for the firm right now. And it's been amazing. In October, for example, of 2024, that organic growth desk was responsible for setting almost 100 high quality prospect calls for our advisor field in that month. It was 92 appointments. And it's not just you have an appointment with the Smith family, it's you have an appointment with the Smith family, and this is everything you need to know about the Smith family. Family tree, how old they are, when they want to retire, how much money they make today, how much they want in retirement, what do they want for the children if they have children, what do they, like, our advisors are having such a great time working those organic growth hub leads. And we only have 11 offices today, so to set that many appointments in 1 month is kind of unbelievable. So really excited about that and what the results will be from that desk. They have a big objective in 2025, and they've all said, we're going to do it. We'll get it done. And really all those prospects that they're working with, we hope what they get is a high quality advisor that's a perfect match for their personality and what they're looking for. And that advisor is able to deliver confidence into their life, that they're doing the right things with their money, right? Confidence you're doing the right things with your money. Free them from financial worry or stress so they can sleep at night and they can feel well rested and great. And if we do that, we're actually delivering time back into people's lives so that they can focus on the things they enjoy and doing those things with the people they love, right? If financial planning, if that was my mandate and that's what I was delivering as an advisor, I'd feel awesome about the work that I was doing for people. And that's what I'm most excited about, is how all of that unfolds over the next coming years, and to watch this firm, grow into something that I know is possible.
Yep.
Love it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
any good.
Yeah, I love it. That's great.
And congratulations on all success. You guys are doing a fantastic job. It's amazing to see a firm with such a short lifespan have so much growth and opportunity. It's amazing. So obviously you and your team there are doing a fantastic job with things. And so we're happy to be a great partner. Thank you so much for jumping on with us. For everyone out there, I'm Eric Alvarado. This is Jack Elder, and this has been CBS Spotlight, your friendly conversation about insurance and wealth advising come together. So thank you for tuning in. And if you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe our show. And take care. We'll see you next time. Thank you.